Yeah.
So when this launches, for Alma Delphines, they may be from the last class. I don't know.
Okay. Hopefully I have everything correct here. So this is new to me. I've never used Zoom like this before, so bear with me if I make mistakes. Hi, good evening. My name is Maureen, and welcome to Vinyasa Flow Level 1-2. I hope everyone's doing well out there. I hope you're able to see me and hear me. So, to get started today, a couple of things might come in handy. Blocks if you have them. A couple of yoga blocks. If you don't, that's fine. I'll be, offering options to do with or without blocks. But if you do have them, go ahead and take a moment and grab those. And then maybe also a towel or a blanket or just something for your knees. Because we'll be doing some kneeling poses, and sometimes if you have a thinner mat or a very hard floor, if you're not on carpet or you don't have a thicker mat, you may benefit from a blanket, towel, something like that. And if you don't have blocks, you can use other things like some thick books, as long as, if you're using two, that they're about the same size, so you don't want one way bigger than the other. So just keeping that in mind. We'll begin just a moment here. You'll have to forgive if you can hear noises coming from over here. It's hard to kind of keep the noise. My son might, make a little bit of noise later when he has dinner, so you may even hear him right now. But hopefully you'll hear me and have some music playing to get us in the Vinyasa flow mood. So join me on my mat. So I have a couple of blocks here, and I'll cue when might be a good time to use them. Let's begin though on our backs. So make yourself comfortable. I'm going to have you lay down onto your mat or onto the floor. If you're not even using a mat, you may even just use whatever is on the ground below you, a carpet or something like that. So lay back, make yourself comfortable. So if it's comfortable for you to extend your legs forward, if it doesn't bother your lower back, go ahead and do that. If it's more comfortable to elevate the legs or keep the feet on the mat for now, you can take that. Eventually we'll work to extend the legs. So I just want to make sure you're comfortable for the next maybe just a minute here on our backs. Once you're settled onto your mat, close your eyes. And do a scan of your body. Just start to notice where you feel heavy, where you feel light, where you may feel tense, where you may feel more relaxed. So that may be a physical thing. It may be actual physical muscles in the body that you can see, that you'll be able to feel. There also may be a mental thing. Maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck mentally or a little stressed mentally. So just start to notice that. And then start to feel as if you could send your breath to any areas that feel stuck. So whether those are physical muscles or whether that's to your mind, just envision the breath moving to those areas. Try to even things out. And as you begin to breathe in and out through the nose, starting to slowly deepen the breath, making it a little bit fuller. Finding a rhythm to your breath that can sustain you through the class this evening. And then when you feel ready, stretch your arms up and overhead and reach all the way back behind you. And if you haven't already, extend your legs all the way forward. Push the soles of the feet all the way out in front of you. Flex the feet so the toes point up. And then extend your arms a little further back so you're being stretched in both directions. And then go ahead and bend your knees, step your feet onto the mat. Reach your arms forward, collect your knees, hug your knees into your chest. Then take a moment to just sway here a little side to side. And then as you come back through center, I'm going to have you hold on to your right knee and extend your left leg all the way forward. So you're going to stretch that heel all the way across the length of the front of your yoga mat or the floor that you're on. And then press the sole of the foot forward. So same thing with just the left leg. Extend all the way through the heel, flex the foot toes up. Then focus on the inner left thigh. Feel it roll down towards the ground that you're on. So a little internal wrapping of that thigh. And then maybe pull that right knee a little closer to the body. Circle the right ankle for a moment, a couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way, but keep that extended leg flexed. And then you can either just stay here, relaxing the right ankle, maybe pulling the knee in, maybe you're grabbing the back of the thigh because that's easier, maybe you're looping a strap around the thigh. If you're feeling like this isn't enough of a hamstring stretch, you're welcome to grab the back of the thigh and then work to eventually straighten that right leg up towards the ceiling. So you may need to move it forward a bit to get a little bit straighter, or you may prefer just to keep the knee bent. If you do straighten the right leg, flex that foot as well, and then feel that inner thigh roll forward towards your extended left leg. And then go ahead and bend your right knee, bring it in. Bend your left knee, bring it in towards you and switch sides. Hold that knee as you extend through the right heel. And then pause once you have the legs straight. Push the sole of the foot forward, strong flex of the foot. And then just to get things to neutral, get that little internal wrapping so that inner thigh rolls down the ground. And then pulling the left knee in, start by just circling that ankle while remaining with the flex of the right foot. Go the other way too. And then maybe you're staying here, just working to pull the knee in without hunching the shoulders. Maybe you're grabbing the thigh, maybe you're taking a strap, maybe you're going to press that leg all the way to straight. And then if you need to get a little bit more of a stretch, maybe you're pulling it further towards you. Maybe you don't need to. Maybe it needs to be angled here with the strap, or the knee can remain back. And take another inhale, really lengthen through the right leg and stretch into that left. And then bending the left knee back in, bringing the right to meet it. And then take a happy baby pose for a minute. Take the knees apart, flex the feet. Now let the soles of the feet press up to the ceiling. You can grab the backs of the knees or reach the arms inside the legs, grab the outside of the feet, and maybe rock a bit. And then from your happy baby, release the feet, bring the knees back in toward the chest. To make your way upright, either roll to your side and come up, or maybe rock head to tail a couple of times, up and down the length of your spine, and bring yourself all the way up. All right. Once you're upright, you're going to make your way to your hands and your knees. So feel free to place the blanket, towel, whatever you'd like under the knees if you prefer. Setting up in a tabletop position, you're going to make sure that your wrists are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And then toes uncurled, just begin to move through cat and cow. Heart forward, inhale, look ahead. Exhale, push into the ground, round the back, cat spread. And then moving through cat and cow, inhale, forward, exhale to round. And cycle through cat and cow a bit more at your pace with your breath. And then take your inhale, come back to a neutral spine, hands and knees. And then extend your right leg straight back behind you. And then just like we did lying on our backs, flex through that heel. Now toes are pointing down. If you're not sure, look back. If the toes start to drift to the side, Now roll your inner right thigh up to the ceiling and then shave the outer right hip a little further down towards the mat. So you bring that leg back to neutral. And then when you feel ready, you're going to send your opposite left arm straight forward towards the front of the room. So extending through the right heel and extending through the left hand. Right hand is pushing the ground away, and then that left shin, that bottom shin, is glued down and also pressing away. And then just notice your breath. Keep it steady, keep it even as you hold this pose. Take another inhale. And then lower hands and knees on the exhale. Yeah, you take a moment, maybe to kind of shake that wrist out, go for it. When you're ready to settle back into all fours, taking the other side, extend the left leg straight back behind you. So heel is hip height, hips are square. If you're not sure if you can feel that, then just look back and see it. So you can look back to see the toes pointing straight down to the mat, and then that heel is right behind the hip, and you're extending that leg all the way behind you. When you feel a little bit more balanced, then send that opposite arm straight out in front of you. So that right wrist is shoulder height, and you're extending through the fingertips and pushing that heel back. Make sure that you're just gazing maybe at the edge of the mat and not throwing the head back. So you don't want to strain the neck. You want to keep the back body long and continue breathing as you extend in both directions. Take another inhale on this side. On your exhale, once again, hands and knees. And then let's just do that with the breath. So you're going to do arm and leg at the same time. So right leg goes back, left arm goes forward as you inhale. As you exhale, hands and knees. Switch side, inhale, other arm and leg. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, first side again like that. Exhale, hands and knees. Second side, inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, back to the mat, once more each side. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, extend. Exhale to lower. Then stay on hands and knees here. Keep your knees where they are. Walk your hands forward a couple of inches. Curl your toes. Lift your knees up. Come into down dog. So either just remain here in down dog, just working the thighs, pressing back, or start by maybe pedaling the feet a bit if you want to walk out the legs to kind of ease into the pose. When you are ready to settle into your downward facing dog, work the strength of your arms by pushing the ground away with your hands. And then extend your upper body nice and long so the hips go high up to their ceiling. And then to engage the legs more, feel the thigh muscles press back. Feel both inner thighs roll towards the wall behind you. So that inner thigh rapid action is happening as you stretch the inner thighs back. Right, now from here, as you settle into down dog, I'm going to have you extend your right leg straight back behind you. You're going to keep the hips square. I know the tendency is to want to open up that hip and everything. We're keeping it square today. So same thing we did kneeling. Inner thigh rolling up to the ceiling, toes pointing straight down. Once again, you can look back. So as that inner right thigh rolls up to the ceiling, the inner left thigh rolls to the wall behind you. Maybe lift your left heel a little higher and raise the right leg even more. Yeah, try to keep the leg straight and square. Now on your exhale, bend the knee to the chest, pull it in really high cat's breath, step it forward. High lunge. Maybe it didn't get all the way. Maybe it got a little stuck. You can lower the knee, wiggle it forward. Or if you have blocks, you can take hands on blocks and give it a little boost. Or fun fingertips. So keeping that in mind, use the props you have if you have them and would like to support your practice. All right, once you're in a high lunge, back knee is going to come down. Then, as you seal your front right foot, keep the back leg extended. Inhale, come up into a kneeling lunge. Okay, so first kneeling lunge, we're going to refine this a bit. I'm going to have you take your right hand behind your back of the hand just below the lower back to the back of the pelvis. Then you're going to take your left hand to the front of your pelvis. Notice if you're spilling into the front hand and kind of arching the lower back. Brush the tailbone down towards the back knee, and then use this hand in front to brush the frontal hip points up. So you become a little bit more neutral in the upper body. The pelvis comes back to neutral, and then you can feel a little bit more of a stretch in that back leg, that hip flexor. Right. And then keep the upper body lifted. Pull the navel back to the spine. Looking straight ahead, relax the shoulders. Then send your arms straight forward for a moment. Draw the shoulders into their sockets. Keep the upper body lifted instead of leaning forward or arching the lower back. Slowly raise the arms. Maybe they stop here because the shoulders are tighter. Maybe the arms open out a bit. Maybe they go straight up. Try to not bend the elbows or wing them out. Arms stay straight. You decide where they go. Maybe angled, maybe straight up. Take an inhale, lift a little higher. On your exhale, lean forward, take your hands to the mat. From there, curl your back toes, lift the knee, step back to downward facing dog. Okay, once you're settled back in your down dog, left leg is going to extend straight back. Once again, keeping the hips square. So lead with the inner left thigh to raise the leg back. Look back, make sure the hips are square, toes should point down. And then work to lift the leg a little higher. Roll the inner thigh up. Roll the outer hip down. And then roll your inner right thigh back as you lift your right heel even higher to raise the left leg even more. Keep firm in the arms, pushing the ground away. Then start to bend that back knee. And then shifting forward, pull that knee up into the chest. Use the core to step it through. Or wiggle it forward, move hands to blocks, however you need to get there. So the knee comes right above the ankle. And then when you're ready, lower the back. So standing up for a kneeling lunge, back toes uncurl, and then inhale, rise up into the pose. And then take a moment to refine it. So left hand comes behind you. So we want to do this because it's easier to not stretch into this muscle. It's easier to just arch the lower back too much. So try to avoid that by taking this up, brushing the front of the pelvis up towards the front body, and then brushing the back of the pelvis down towards the ground. And then once you've come to neutral a bit more, lengthen all four sides of the waist. Yeah. Keep sending this left knee forward as you do that. Keep the upper body nice and long. And then stretch the arms straight forward for a moment. So straight arms, triceps are gently hugging down, shoulders in their sockets so they're not punched over the front thigh. And then as you inhale, take it slow to raise the arms so that you know where your stopping point is. For some, it's going to be here. For others, here, here, here. Some may even take the arms wider because that makes the shoulders high. Take another inhale. If you'd like, maybe look up between the hands, lift the heart a bit. Keep the left knee bending. Another inhale. On your exhale, bring it back down. Hands on the mat. Once again, downward facing dog. Curl the toes, lift the knee. Make your way back to that down. Right. Once you're in downward facing dog, I'm going to have you shift forward into plank. Look between the hands. Make your way to a full plank pose. Shoulders above wrists. You need to wiggle the feet a little further back. Right. Now looking past the edge of your mat. Shifting forward so that maybe you are on your tippy toes. Shoulders past wrists. You can take the knees down for chaturanga if that's easier for you. Elbows bend straight back. Lower with control all the way to the mat. And then once you're there, stretch the toes back. And then keeping the hands by your bottom ribs so that the elbows are under the wrists. Shrug the shoulders back. And then gazing gently past the edge of your mat. Pull the chest forward, inhale to a low cobra. And then exhale, come back down. Do that again. Toes stay on the mat, chest pulls forward, tailbone goes back to the heels as the heart pulls ahead of you. Exhale back down. Take another cobra, inhale. Come forward, and then just cross the hands and knees at least this first time, and then tuck the toes. Lift the knees, return to down dog. Now from here, look between the hands. Just start to walk your feet forward to your hands. You're going to come to a forward fold at the front of your mat. Just an easy forward fold, whatever feels nice. Just hang forward, hips are above the ankles, maybe swaying, maybe staying still. Bring your hands to your shins as high as you need to, and then inhale halfway up with a flat back. Try to get the rounding out of the back body. You may need to bend the knees a bit for that. Shoulders back, crown of the head forward, lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Then exhale, fold back down to Uttanasana. Take that forward fold. Do that again for me. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen, shoulders back. Exhale, fold into the legs. One more time. Inhale, heart forward, long spine. Exhale, folding down. Now as you inhale, send the arms out. With a flat back, inhale, rise all the way to stand. Once you're up, stretch the arms to the ceiling. Maybe let the gaze follow. On your exhale, draw the hands together at your heart. Great. Hope everyone's doing all right so far. So staying at the top of the mat, we're going to start to flow a bit. We're going to move slowly through Surya Namaskara A. So staying with the feet parallel, either together or hips distance, whatever is comfortable for you. Take an inhale, sweep your arms to the ceiling, reach and look up. On your exhale, open the arms, hinge at the hips as you fold back in Uttanasana. Heart forward as you inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Bending the knees, hands on the mat, step back to plank pose. From there, look forward. Start to shift forward. Chaturanga with the knees down or up, you choose, all the way to the mat. Stretch the toes back, push the hands, heart forward, baby cobra, stay there, or come to upward facing. If that's too much, stick with cobra. On your exhale, flip over the feet, or lower the knees. Then press back down there. Smooth out the breath. Stay connected to your breath. When you're ready, look between your hands. Either walk the feet back to the hands, or maybe lift the heels, bend the knees, hop, or maybe a step and a step to get you there. Once you're to the front, halfway up, inhale, maybe hands to shins. If you're very open, fingertips. Exhale, fold in. Arms out, inhale, ride the breath back to stand as you reach up. And then on the exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Let's take that 2 more times. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, float the arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you take that fold all the way down. Inhale, rise halfway, heart forward. Bend the knees, hands to the mat. Make your way to plank pose. From there, look past your mat, shift. Chaturanga. Exhale, up with the knees or down, then right to cobra or upward facing dog. On your exhale, pull back to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, take at least 3 breaths. Slow it down. Feel those inner thighs engaging and wrapping behind you. Knees can be bent a bit. And then when you're ready to come forward, gazing at the spot between your hands, maybe you walk it up, maybe after the exhale, you step, or float. Then inhale, halfway. Exhale as you fold into the legs. Arms go out as you inhale and press to stand. And then exhale, returning hands to heart. Moving once again, Surya A. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding down. Heart forward, inhale, you either step back to plank. If you do jump back, make sure elbows bend right away as you lower Chaturanga. Right to your back bend on the inhale. Back to down dog on the exhale. Take at least 1 more smooth breath in down dog. And then when you are ready, make your way to the front of your mat. Walk, step, or float it all the way forward. Then inhale halfway. As you exhale, fold all the way down. Arms go out as you bring yourself back to the top of the mat. Exhale the hands to the heart. Okay. Right, so staying at the top of your mat, we continue a little bit of flow. We're going to slow things down, refine some poses as well. So standing tall, hands together at the heart center, shoulders draw down the back. On your inhale, float your arms wide, reach to the ceiling. On your exhale, forward fold, take it down. On the inhale, stretch halfway up, flat back. Now on your exhale, you're going to step your left foot all the way to the back of your mat. So you're in a high lunge. And then you're going to lower the knee. You're going to uncurl the toes. And you're going to come back to Anjaneyasana. So all the things we talked about before apply. Navel drawn back to spine. Front of the pelvis lifted. Tailbone down. Arms reach up. Arms are straight. Any angle you need. Take another inhale here. Then taking your hands to your hips. All right. If you need that little kind of tactile response, you can do that same kind of pose. Is my pelvis neutral? Maybe check it out. Now from here, I'm going to have us press up to a higher lunge. So you can either curl your back toes, press straight up. You can take your hands to your front thigh. You can take the hands to the ground first. You can use blocks. So when you're ready, back toes curl, and you press that leg up to straight. So I'm demonstrating with blocks. You could have done it with the hands on the ground or hands to the thigh. Then lift a little higher upright. Hands return to hips if they moved off of the hips. So notice how my back knee is bent a bit. Yeah, it's not straight. And then if this stance feels too long for you to sustain, then consider, you can take the hands back down. You can either hop your back foot in a little bit and or wiggle your right foot over the right a little bit. You don't want to be in a tightrope, so you want your feet hips distance at least. So make those adjustments if you need to. Maybe that's an easier stance for you. Hugging the hips in. Find that same neutral position of the pelvis as you find maybe a deeper bend of your foot. All right, I know we're here for a while. So go ahead and take the arms out for a moment. Then do that same thing where you extend your arms straight forward. Now I'm going to have you do this. It's going to be a lever action. You're going to start to straighten your back leg, raise the arms up, and then your upper body is going to pitch forward. So you're going to try to pull the belly back so you don't arch low back. You're coming into torpedo pose. So back leg is strong and straight. Inner thigh rolling back, front knee stays bent, belly lifting away from the ground, torso long, arms extended. Awesome. Now, soften the back knee without losing this length in the upper body. Come back to crescent. Arms all the way to the ceiling. Maybe look forward. Maybe if you want to challenge your balance, look up. Keep that right knee bending. Keep the back ribs lifting. Continue breathing. On your exhale, lean forward. Take the hands to the ground. From here, either down dog. If you want a vinyasa, great, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. You're at home, you can do whatever you want. I'm personally just going to come right back to down dog. Now from down dog, look forward. Let the heels rise, soften the knees, bend them a bit. Then either walk, step, step, or float forward. Feet to hands, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold down. Arms wide, inhale, rise to the top. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Let's take on the second side. Keep in mind, if the lunge is a little too much to hold, get the back knee down, take breaks. Yeah, build it from the ground up if you need to. On your inhale, arms wide, reach up. On your exhale, folding deeply over the legs. Heart forward, inhale, halfway up. And then take the hands to the ground. Now go ahead and step your right foot back. High lunge. Then take the back knee down, starting with the kneeling lunge to build it. Inhale, come all the way upright. And then notice if your front knee is going past your ankle, if you're here, and lunge is like this. Swing that foot forward enough so that the knee is right on top of the ankle, toes pointing forward. So this shin is parallel to the wall in front of you. So hands on hips, just finding a little bit more refined version of Anjaneyasana. So lifting the front body, lifting the back body, taking the arch on the lower back, releasing the tailbone down towards the back of your body. And then keeping the hands on the hips. And if you're working that challenging version of lifting up to the lunge from here, great. Or hands to blocks, hands to thighs, however you need to get there. Back toes curl, and then press up. So once again, if the stance is too long for you to hold this comfortably, shorten the stance, open it a bit, make it work for you. So you're gonna feel a lot of strength in your back leg. Ideally, back heel is right on top of the ball of the foot. So you're not hanging out back here, and the heel isn't down, so you want that heel lifted. You want to maintain evenness so the pelvis is square forward and you're not turned off to the side. So even here, inner right thigh rolling back, inner left thigh just kind of neutral, wrapping down a bit, maybe hugging this left hip into the side a bit more. Right. And then maybe if you're ready, stretch the arms out for a moment. Palms up, inhale, reach for the ceiling. Oh, I almost forgot. Arms forward first, we're doing this variation. So shoulders in inner sockets, and then start to feel as the arms raise up, the back leg straightens, and you start to tip forward. Like you don't arch the back. You start to lean forward as the arms go up, and you feel that back thigh press back a lot. Try to get this leg as straight as you can. Try to lengthen over your front thigh and stretch your arms further forward. So there's a long unbroken line from your back heel through your fingertips. Pull the belly up away from the ground. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more. Your thigh should be screaming now. When you're ready, soften the back knee as much as you need to keep this lifted upper body to come back to vertical. Upper body is vertical, arms reach. Maybe look forward. Maybe the back knee needs to come down. Maybe you want to go further and you lift and look up. Full crescent lunge. Keep that strong bend of your front knee. One more inhale. You can do it. On your exhale, take it all the way back down. Once again, maybe just make your way to down dog. Maybe you want to move through that vinyasa. That's optional. It's up to you if you need that extra work or if you need that movement to get from one place to another. Take 5 or 6 breaths. Stay in down dog if you like. Take a child's pose if you like. You can throw in a child's pose at any time. So you're always welcome to take breaks, modify. Hey, if you need to skip certain poses here and there, it's your practice. You're doing this at home. All right, so if you haven't already done so, make your way back to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, I'm going to have you extend your right leg straight back behind you. Same thing as before, we're working with square hips today. So try to resist the urge to open that hip up and point the toes to the side. Lead with the inner thigh to stretch that straight leg all the way high to the ceiling into a three-legged dog. And then same thing as before, lift the left heel a bit higher, raise the right leg a bit higher. Now you're gonna step it through again. So bring that knee to the chest, round the back. Maybe use blocks, maybe come to fingertips, maybe back knee down, wiggle, whatever you need to do. Right, now I'm gonna have you do this. You're going to take your front right foot and move it closer to the left hand so it's pretty much right centered in between the hands. Then you're going to spin your back foot down 45 degrees. Once again, maybe blocks can help you there if fingertips or palms is not enough. So I'm going to align heel to arch. Look back and make sure your right heel intersects with the arch of the back foot. Once you're set up like that, guess what? You're going to come up into a warrior two. Inhale, rise all the way up into the pose. So I'm going to turn around so that my back is not facing me. So right knee bending forward, back leg straight. Make sure your stance is long enough that your knee isn't going past the ankle once again. So ideally, knee on top of the ankle, back leg straight, toes at 45. And then the upper body isn't pitching forward or twisting to the front thigh. The torso is neutral, facing the side. The hips are above the shoulders, the arms are stretched out nice and long. Maybe bend your right knee a little bit more and send your left arm a little further behind you to even out the trunk of the body. Let's take a brief reverse warrior. Turn the right palm up as you inhale, raise it to the ceiling. Left hand maybe brushes down the back leg. You could also take it to the hip for support. Some of you might like to wrap it behind the back. Keep this right front side long. Keep this back left side a little more lifted without losing the bend of the seat. On your inhale, come back to warrior two. Now, go ahead and straighten that leg. Okay. Once your front leg is straight, you're going to come into Trikonasana triangle pose. Reach all the way forward with that right hand. Try to not lock this right knee. Once you've reached out as far as you can go, take your hand lightly to your shin. Raise the left arm to the ceiling. Or if you have blocks, you want to use a block to the outside of the foot, you can do that. You can easily reach the ground from the fingertips, but make sure you're not going so low that you're just falling forward and collapsing the chest over your right leg. You want to open the chest toward the side and be able to raise that top arm nice and high to the ceiling. Keep weight on the back heel. Keep weight on the whole outer edge of the back foot. Press more weight into the big toe mound of your front right foot. Keep that pushing in. Maybe lift the inner arches of the feet. Maybe send that top arm overhead to it. You can always just keep regular Trikonasana, or if you want to flip the palm back, extend the arm forward. So once again, try to make a long line along this top side body from the back heel to the top arms. So stay here, or if you want to challenge, completely optional, make your right hand lighter. Engage the core. Maybe send that arm forward as well. Notice if you're starting to collapse the chest. Notice if you're locking the right knee. Little teeny bend, working the core to keep you here. If you did take the top or bottom hand up, bring it down. Let that top into the ceiling. Press into the feet, inhale, come to stand. Look forward. Bend your right knee. Beautiful. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, float your hands to the ground. Come into a high lunge. Lift the back heel, square the hips to the mat. Now you're going to plant your left hand on the ground or on the block. You're going to extend your right arm forward out in front of you. So opposite arm and leg extending. You're going to take this into a twist. As you exhale, turn towards the bent leg, towards the right, and float that arm to the ceiling. Once again, I'm going to turn around so my back isn't toward you. You're breathing into that twist and opening your chest. Notice if this right hip is popping to the side, draw it back, pin it in, squeeze the inner thighs together. Try to straighten the back leg. Maybe take the bottom hand to a block. If you need to, take the knee down. Try to work the top of the thigh, pressing up. On your exhale, turn to face your mat. Bring that hand down. From this high lunge, you guessed it, either down dog or vinyasa if you'd like to move and flow between sides. Take your next inhale. Left leg extends all the way back behind you. Once again, look up. Try to get those hips nice and square. Feel even here like you're scissoring your inner thighs and rolling top inner thigh up to the ceiling. And then right leg behind you. Maybe lift that right heel, send the left leg higher. Bring it in. When you're ready, step it through. So maybe set up blocks. Maybe you don't need blocks. You're going to move your front foot closer to the right. Then, as you take your back right foot down, steadily make sure you have good alignment. Make sure your heel to arch. And then you're going to come upright when you're ready. So if your stance isn't long enough, stretch it out a bit more. Maybe front toes wiggle forward. Maybe back heel slides further back. So you want distance between the feet so you can bend that front knee generously. All right, take note of the upper body. Try to even things out. If you're reaching forward, right arm stretches a little further back. If you're turning forward, square everything to the side. So if I took a picture of you from the waist up, I would have no idea that you were doing warrior two. I would just think you were standing neutral. So looking forward at the front hand, keeping this knee bent, knee above ankle, rotate the front palm. Take that reverse stretch really high before you go any further back. So try to get that lift, and then send it a little further back behind you if you need to. Maybe you don't need to go that far. So hand down the thigh, hand to the hip, wrap, pick your reverse warrior. When you're ready, from reverse, inhale up through warrior two, and then gently straighten the front leg. And then looking forward, start to extend through that left arm as you reach past the foot. Then take it down. Hand to shin, right under the ceiling, or block, or even two. Maybe one block is not enough. Maybe you stack them. Maybe this is your triangle pose because it allows you to keep the chest open. And then pay attention to the weight in the feet. Pay attention to the feet feeling like they're dragging towards one another, towards the middle of the mat, so you engage those inner thighs. Inner thighs draw together. Kneecaps stay lifted so the thighs firm up. The thigh muscles firm up toward the hips. Maybe stay regular triangle, maybe taking that top arm overhead. Nice long line through that top right side of your body. Note the bottom ribs. And if they're kind of rolling behind you, spin them under you to keep the chest open. Then if you want that challenge, once again, you decide if you need the extra work. Maybe you're extending that bottom arm forward too and reaching all the way out, stamping the back heel firmly without locking the front left. And then take the bottom hand down. Raise the right arm back up. Press the feet firmly, inhale. Rise to stand, settle the shoulders. Look forward. Send that left knee back to a bend, warrior two, inhale. As you exhale, float the hands to the mat. And then you're coming to that lunge, so take a moment. Once the hands meet the ground, spin the back heel up. Square your hips to the ground. So maybe right hand stays to the mat, maybe a block comes under it, whatever height you need. Left arm stretches all the way forward. On the exhale, you take that twist. And then notice if your right hip dropped down. Try to lift it up and keep it even with the left. Squeeze the inner thighs closer. Press that back thigh up higher. And then maybe as you hug your left hip back, you turn a little more towards the left. When you're ready, unwind from your twist. Take your hands to the mat. Move props aside. Once again, vinyasa or down dog. And then once you're there, either a few breaths in down dog or a brief child's pose. Maybe a water break. So take note, check in with your breath. Got a little too fast? Slow it down. Rein it in. Make your breath work for you for your practice. So when you are ready from your child's pose, if you're there, return to down dog. And then from your downward facing dog, you're going to come back to the front of your mat. Either walk it up or lift the heels, bend the knees, step, step, or hop. Inhale, rise up halfway, arch, shoulders back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Arms out, inhale, come to stand. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. All right, so we're going to move through one more standing series. So staying at the front of the mat where you are. Feet parallel, hands at the heart. Listen to your breath. And then take an inhale, float your arms wide, reach to the ceiling. On your exhale, bowing over your legs. Heart forward as you inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands plant as you exhale, down dog or vinyasa. You pick how you would prefer to get to down dog. Once you are in down dog, send your right leg straight back. Flex the foot. Square hips. Feel that the hips are square. Imprint that into your mind. So toes pointing down. Inner right thigh up. When you're ready, lift off of your left heel, bring the right knee in, step it through, high lunge. Now we're gonna come right up into crescent. If you need a slightly wider stance, walk the foot over, maybe hop the back foot if you know you need to. When you are ready, come up to crescent. You can build it from the ground up, or just bring the arms straight up to the ceiling. Hands can be at the hips. If you need to start there, great. All right. From your crescent, let's do this. Everyone take your hands to your hips. Now, I'm going to have you start to come back into that torpedo pose, but your hands are going to stay there. So, without collapsing forward, start to lean over the front thigh. Now press your left thigh back. Roll the inner left thigh behind you. Squeeze the inner thighs together. So try to maintain length now that that leg is straight. Now we're going to come into warrior three. Maybe blocks are going to be your friends. Maybe you're going to grab those blocks and they're going to come on the journey with you. If you're not using blocks and would like to try with the balance, you're going to hop your back foot in. Bring it closer. Start to press a lot of weight into your right foot. Keep the toes pointing forward. When you feel ready, lean forward enough, more weight. You're going to lean with your inner left thigh to straighten the leg behind you. Press the heel back, straighten your standing right leg. Hands on hips. Notice if your left hip is higher than the right. Probably wants to be. Don't let it. Maybe micro-bend your right knee. Maybe send your left heel further back. Flex strongly. Hands can stay on hips or on blocks. Option two, arms out like wings. Option three, maybe full warrior three. Reach forward. Try to not collapse the belly down. Lift the belly. Take another inhale. Hands to hips. Reach that left leg back. Step it down. Woo! Lean forward, hands to the ground. All right, now, down dog. Or vinyasa. Won't stop you once again if you need that movement. So, maybe that was really challenging for you. Blocks can help. That way you can keep some weight in the hands. Or, if there's a wall in front of you, place your hands on the wall. That is also a nice variation. It takes a little weight off of that standing leg. So, decide how you need to get there. And then know that we're just going to do this on the other side. So from downward facing dog, left leg, when you're ready, is going to extend the three-legged dog, keeping the hips square, flexing the foot, toes down, all of those good points. When you're ready to bring it forward, round the back, pull it, step it through, get it up there however you need to. Set up, maybe more of a wider stance, maybe a shorter stance. When you're ready, soften the back knee. Push into your left foot, inhale, crescent lunge. All right, take a moment once you're in the pose. Feel the strength of your back leg. So it's anchored for now. Feel the strength of your front thigh and your left hip. You're gonna keep that left hip hugging in. Really squeeze that hip into the side. When you're ready, start to lean forward. So now maybe you're like, okay, I'm gonna take these blocks because that's gonna be the best way to get into this pose. I'll demonstrate that. If you're doing it without, same setup, look forward, hop your back foot in. And then press off of that standing foot. If you have hands to blocks, you're gonna walk them forward so that the wrists are under the shoulders. So back leg extending straight behind you, press the heel back. Roll the inner thigh up, shave the outer right hip down. All those things we worked on before. Then maybe hands stay on blocks if you're there. Maybe hands stay on hips. Maybe you took the arms out or reach them forward. You decide what variation of warrior three is accessible for you, and you can still breathe as you hold the pose. When you are ready to come out of it, bring the hands to the hips or keep the hands to blocks and walk them back as you stretch. Right leg back, touch it down, and then lean forward, hands on the mat. All right, once again, we'll meet in downward facing dog. How you get there is completely up to you. And then I'm going to encourage everyone to come into child's pose. So when you are ready, make your way up from your child's pose. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty warm right now. So give yourself a moment. If you need a water break, go for it. If you need to mop yourself off a bit. I'm going to have us go to the wall. So this may or may not work for you depending on the space that you're in. Just have this like, so if you have a clear enough wall space that you can go to it for inversions, then go there. If you don't, you're welcome to maybe lie onto your back with your legs on a couch or a chair or something like that. You can always take that as a nice gentle inversion. You can also stay on your mat, and if you have a block, you can place it under your hips as you lay on your back and stretch your legs straight up. And that's kind of a little variation of legs of the wall with a block under the hips. So you're welcome to take that, or you can also take legs of the wall at the actual wall. So I'll demonstrate if you're going on this inversion journey with me and you have a wall space and would like to work on some handstand pickups. I'm going to talk us through it. So I am going to have to do this little shift like that, if that works, so you can see my wall space. Okay, so if you're working handstand pickups with me, like I said, optional, you can choose a different inversion, you can choose no inversion at all. So just note too, if there's a different inversion you're choosing, make sure you're aware of how to get into it, because there's no one watching you right now. We'll make sure everyone does their inversions safely. So for a handstand pickup, you're going to start facing your wall. Make sure you have space behind you that you can actually kick your legs. You don't want to kick anything. Make sure there's nothing here that you'd be able to kick onto. You don't want to knock any pictures moving down the wall. So like I said, this is dependent upon your space. It may or may not work. If it does, you're going to come to a downward facing dog with your fingertips maybe about 6 inches or so from the wall. So just a little far back enough that your head's not going to have to touch the wall. So for handstand pickups, you're going to work the square hips like we've talked about through the class. So one thing that I see a lot in the pickups is one leg leads and then the hips start to torque in one direction. You're going to work to maintain your hips even. So the leg that's leading and lifting, you're doing that lift of the inner thigh, and that's lifting to go up towards the ceiling. So you may be going all the way upside down, feet at the wall. You may just work the hips. So I'll let you decide. I'll demonstrate. So I'm in a down dog. I'm in a downward facing dog at the wall. My hands are just a little bit from the baseboard. Then I'm just going to start by looking between the hands. I'm going to step one foot in like I'm about to start a race. So I'm going to choose my right foot. You can go either one. You're eventually going to try with the other foot too. So I'm on the ball of this foot. The back leg is my kicking leg. I'm going to keep that straight. I'm going to look between my hands. Now I'm going to shift forward so that my shoulders are right above my wrists. I don't want to be back here. If I want to get to the wall, I want to be here. So wrists are under the shoulders. Now, my back leg is my kicking leg. I'm going to maybe lift it, maybe flex the foot to see what that feels like. And just like we did in all these other variations, inner thigh up to the ceiling, maybe I'm going to start this. Just tap the toes down and just work that. Maybe that's all I do. Maybe I bend this front foot enough that I can hop off of that. So it starts there. It starts with just a little hop. So you may, if this is new, you may not get very far off the ground in it. It's fine. You're building strength. You're working to keep the shoulders above the wrist, the arms straight, push the ground away. Maybe you hop higher and higher eventually. One foot comes to the wall, the other one comes to follow. And then if you're doing that, flex the feet, push the ground away, look between the hands. Maybe the heels stay at the wall, maybe you're working on balance, up to you. Come down when you're ready. And then take a moment, maybe, forward fold. If you did kick with one foot, give yourself a chance to try the other one. So you don't want to always get stuck doing one side. So like I said, maybe It's just a little up and down, a lifting, lowering of the leg. Maybe it's a teeny hop. Maybe it's a bigger hop. Maybe you have them all today, maybe you don't. So if you did one side, try the other side, other leg. So, starting to finish up, maybe you're at the wall, legs at the wall, maybe you're resting. And have you start to come back down. And we're gonna come back to our backs. So I'm gonna have to readjust my camera. I'm gonna give you time to come back to your spot. All right, that's even. Okay, so let's make our way onto our backs. So just as we began class, go ahead and lay onto your back. And once you're there, this time bend your knees and step your feet onto the mat. Have the heels close to you. Make sure that the heels aren't too far away. And then your feet are parallel and hips distance width. I'm going to talk us through bridge pose. So when you are ready, press into your feet. Start to lift your hips up away from the ground as high as they'll go. Once they're high enough, scoop your shoulders under you. Bring them close together behind your back. So one option is to just grab the edges of your mat, keeping the arms straight. Another, if you can connect the hands and then straighten the arms, scoop the shoulders further under clasp. You can also do this with a strap or a belt or something that you can hold onto. Maybe press the feet, roll your inner thighs back down to the ground as you lift your hips higher from the ground. When you're ready, unclasp. Exhale, lower the hips down. Take a couple of breaths. Settle your back body onto the mat. When you are ready, coming into another bridge pose. If you're clasping your hands, you're going to switch the crossing of the fingers so the other thumb is on top. Heels close to you. When you're ready, press the feet. Scoop the shoulders under you, or grab your mat or whatever you're holding, belt or strap or towel. And same thing, work the inner thighs down. Work the tailbone forward towards the backs of the knees, and then really feel the feet press to try to get the hips higher. When you're ready, release slowly. Bring yourself down. Okay. Optional. Well, two different options. For the final one, maybe you're going to take the same bridge pose we just did, same way. Maybe you're going to take it with just a block under your hips. So you're going to take this and just let your hips rest on a block. So it's a nice little kind of gentle restorative bridge. If you're going bigger, there may be some of you who practice real Urdhva Dhanurasana. You're welcome to go into it. Make sure you know the setup. So I don't want anyone to jam themselves into this pose. It's a bigger back bend. So I'm not going to demonstrate today, but if you know that's how you practice and that's comfortable for you and it's not going to be a struggle, go for it. So I'll let you decide whatever your final back bend is going to be. I think I'm going to choose blocking the hips. So if you are pressing up into Urdhva, make sure the elbows and knees don't split. If you're taking an active bridge again, set up the same way, make sure the toes and knees don't turn out. You want that same kind of parallel outer edges of the feet so that the inner thighs can draw in a bit and down. And if your hips are on the block, you just rest it. If you are still in an active back bend and you haven't already, take yourself down slowly. Make your way out of it. And then if you have a block under your hips, lift your hips, take it to the side, lower down. All right, take a moment. When you're ready, draw your knees slowly to your upper body. Hug your knees in, sway a little bit side to side. And then stretch your arms either open into a T shape or do cactus arms, whatever feels right. Drop your bent knees to the right. Once they drop to the right, turn your head to look the other way, to the left. Try to keep your left shoulder anchored so it doesn't peel away from the ground. If you need to rest your knees on something, you can place a block under them if they're kind of struggling to reach the ground, and that's more comfortable. Take your time as your knees slowly come back through center. We're going to take the twist on the other side. Drop them all the way to the left. Move the props out of the way. And then letting your gaze fall the opposite direction. Just take a few breaths in the twist. And then taking your time, bringing your knees back through center. Give yourself a little hug here. And then you can either, once again, just roll to your side or maybe start to rock back and forth a bit. And then come all the way up. Okay, so once you're upright, I'm going to have us stretch the legs straight forward. So I'm going to face you now. So you're going to take your legs straight out in stance. And then you're going to bend your your left knee. And you're going to bring it in. Let it fall to the side. You're going to bring the soles of that foot right to your inner thigh. And you're going to keep this right leg extending straight forward with the foot flexed. If you need some support for this knee, you have those blocks, and rest the block underneath the knee. And then facing straight forward, facing where your right leg is extending, go ahead and stretch your arms out. Turn the palms up. As you inhale, sweep your arms to the ceiling. Try to lengthen through the entire upper body. Try to keep a flat back for as long as you can as you exhale and start to tip forward over that right leg. So you're going to reach out as far out as you can. Then as you come down, if the foot's available, grab the foot. If not, grab the ankle, grab the calf. Take a strap, towel or belt, loop it around said foot. Ideally, just having something you can hold up. So you can also place the hands on the ground as long as you feel like you're actively dragging the ground back. So you may be a little bit more upright. If your hamstrings are on the tighter side, you may be a little bit more here. If you're feeling like you need more of that hamstring stretch, especially after all the standing poses we did, you're just going to go ahead and grab a hold of your foot or whatever is available to you and fold it further. And then with your inhale, start to lift back upright to sit. Go ahead and bring that knee in. Stretch it straight forward. Bend your right knee. Now you're going to switch sides. So Janu Shirsasana. So one knee bent to the side, other leg extended straight. So if you need to sit upright on something, towel, blanket, whatever, lock under the knee perhaps, foot seals to the extended leg. Flex the left toes. Take an inhale, arms out, reach for the ceiling, and then lift as tall as you can without the shoulders hunching. Then as you exhale, leaning over that leg. Take your time reaching out so you feel a stretch across the back body. So you're sending your arms as far forward as you can, and then collect something. Collect your foot, grab your leg, collect the ground, maybe walk towards that foot. So take a few breaths on this side, Janu Shirsasana. And then leading with your heart, inhale to come back upright. Keep your right knee bent, bend your left knee, and bring the soles of the feet together. Take a moment, do a little shift side to side to bring yourself back to center. Heels close to you, so you're gonna come into Baddha Konasana. So blocks under the knees, if you need the support. Grab either the fronts of the ankles or the inside of the feet. And then as you sit taller, inhale, lengthen, let the knees go out and down. Once again, trying to keep your back body long instead of hunching forward. Tip forward however far you need to go. Maybe just half an inch, maybe a couple of inches, maybe a few inches, maybe some of you are folding further. You should feel an inner thigh stretch as you let the knees go out and down. You can even use your elbows or forearms to just give them a little nudge if the arms are close enough. And then if you need to go further and you can do so without forcing anything, you can take your hands even to your knees and just nudge them out and down. Just make sure you're not smushing them to the ground. Just guide them out a little bit. If you need that extra stretch, you may not. With your inhale, lift all the way back up. Now do this for me. Keep your feet together. You can use your hands, just kind of guide them a little further away from you. So you're going to slide them a little further forward. So as far forward as you can while keeping the soles of the feet together. So you're making a bit more of a diamond shape. And then holding your shins, inhale, sit tall, draw the shoulders back. On your exhale, start to lean forward once again. So now you can really kind of use your arms to nudge the knees out. So this gets a little bit more into the outer hips now. So after doing all those standing poses, kind of really working that standing leg with warrior three, should feel like a nice stretch for the outside of the thighs. And then any amount, nudge the knees down, lean forward towards the feet, and then just fold in for a few breaths. With your inhale, lift all the way up to sit. And draw the knees together slightly, stretch your legs forward. And then take a moment, maybe just bounce the knees or let the feet just kind of swish side to side. And then find a nice tall seat. We're gonna finish with Paschimottanasana, one last forward fold, legs extended out in front of you. I'm gonna turn to the side for this one. And then flexing the feet, toes pointing up. Inhale, send the arms up to the ceiling. Reach up high and then take it slow to tip forward. Exhale, take your time, reaching out as far past the feet as you can go. And then grab feet, ankles, calves, whatever you're using to fold it. And then settle in for just a few breaths as you take your final forward fold. And then inhaling all the way back to sit. Take your time, make your way onto your back for Shavasana. So I'm just gonna scoot forward, gently roll onto my back. If there's anything else you need, maybe another happy baby pose once you're there. Maybe it feels good to open the knees and flex the feet and rock a little bit. Maybe you want to hug the knees in. Maybe you want a brief little thread the needle stretch. Whatever it is, maybe one last twist. Start to feel that it's kind of a gentle way to transition into Shavasana. So taking your time so that you feel the actual kind of slowing down. Then once you feel like you've got whatever last movements out of the way, any last stretches, go ahead and find a comfortable Shavasana. So if laying onto your back, legs stretched forward isn't the most comfortable, make it more comfortable for you. Use props, lay on your side, lay on the couch, whatever feels good. And then as you lay back, take note. What feels tense, what feels tight, what feels a little bit more relaxed. Try to even things out as you close your eyes, as you slow everything down. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to find stillness, to find ease, to find comfort in Shavasana. And begin to become aware of your body. And start to slowly bring movement back in, starting with toes and then fingers as they start to wiggle and move. And then when you're ready, send your arms all the way up and overhead and reach behind you, extend your legs forward, give yourself a nice stretch. And then taking your time from your back, make your way slowly to your side. So however you need to get there, feet on the mat, hug the knees in if you'd like. Start to make your way all the way to your side. And then taking your time, press into the ground and bring yourself upright. And then find a comfortable seated position. And then draw your hands to your heart when you're ready. Sealing the hands together in front of you. Press your palms together. Soften the shoulders, but continue to sit tall. Feel your spine long. Close your eyes. And then as you seal the hands together in front of you, sealing your practice this evening, take an inhale, let your heart lift to your hands. Take an exhale, gently bow the head toward the fingertips. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful night. Namaste. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.